Do you actually know what happens inside your dog's brain the moment you start talking to them? I'm not talking about the serious human voice you use at work or when you're ordering coffee. I'm talking about that voice. The high-pitched, slightly ridiculous, and overly affectionate tone that you'd probably be embarrassed to use in public. Most people think it's just something we do because dogs are cute. We assume we're just being silly. But what if I told you that by using that specific voice, you are tapping into a biological backdoor in your dog's mind? Behind those wagging tails and perked ears, there is a complex neurological response happening that most owners never think about. If you've ever felt like your dog listens to you more when you're being dramatic than when you're giving a stern command, you weren't imagining it. In fact, if you keep using your normal adult voice, you might be missing out on the deepest level of connection your dog is ready to give you. Today we are diving into the science of the dog voice. We're going to explore why high-pitched, soft tones are the ultimate tool for engagement, and how the way you speak can either build a fortress of trust or quietly cause your dog to tune you out. 1. The high-pitched biological trigger. Have you ever noticed how your dog's entire body language shifts the second your pitch goes up? Their eyes widen, their head tilts, and they suddenly look at you like you're the most interesting thing in the universe. In the world of animal behavior, this isn't random. Research has shown that many domesticated animals, including the cats discussed in our earlier studies, respond significantly more to infant-directed speech, or what we call baby talk. A 2022 study from Paris-Nanterre University found that pets can distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's, but here's the kicker. They often only react when the owner uses that soft, high-pitched tone. When you speak in a higher register, you are mimicking the frequency of sounds that signal play, vulnerability, and excitement in the animal kingdom. For a dog, a low, flat voice can often blend into the background noise of the house, like the hum of a refrigerator or the sound of a distant car. But a high-pitched "who's a good boy" cuts through that noise. It tells their brain, this information is specifically for you. Most owners make the mistake of thinking their dog understands the words they are saying. But your dog is actually a master of prosody, the melody and rhythm of your speech. When you use that high-pitched voice, you aren't just being cute, you're flipping a switch in their nervous system that says, attention, engagement, connection. 2. Why soft means safe. If high pitch provides the engagement, the softness of your voice provides the safety. Think about the last time you were stressed and you raised your voice. Maybe you weren't even yelling at your dog, but your tone was sharp, loud, and heavy. What was happening inside your dog's brain in that moment? Dogs, much like the cats in recent veterinary studies, don't process cause and effect the way humans do. When they hear a loud, booming, or aggressive voice, they don't think, I should stop scratching the sofa. Instead, their amygdala fires a stress response. They learn that you are unpredictable. And in the animal world, unpredictable means unsafe. The dog voice works so well because it is the exact opposite of a threat. By keeping your tone soft and warm, you are regulating your dog's nervous system. You are telling them, I am not a predator and I am not angry. I am your safe base. There is a sweet spot between being too loud, which can feel overwhelming, and being too flat, which feels indifferent. When you find that middle ground of soft and melodic, your dog's heart rate actually begins to settle. You are creating a vocal identity of comfort. Before we jump into the next point, if you're starting to realize that your silly voice is actually a superpower, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us reach more owners who want to understand their dogs on a deeper, instinctual level. 3. The power of short, rhythmic phrases. Here is a secret that most professional trainers know but rarely explain. It's not just the pitch, it's the length of your sentences. If you walk up to your dog and give a long, complex explanation about why they shouldn't be on the rug, you've already lost them. Their brain isn't built for paragraphs. However, when you use the dog voice, what do you usually do? You use short, repetitive phrases. What you doing? You want a treat? Good dog. Good dog. This mimicry of a mother animal's communication style is deeply hardwired. Short phrases allow your dog to process the emotional data of your voice instantly. In the 2022 University of Paris study, pets showed almost no reaction to normal adult voices, but became visibly more alert and affectionate the moment the sentences became short and melodic. By keeping your communication bite-sized, you are making it easier for your dog to succeed. You are removing the static from the line of communication. Every time you say a soft, short hello, as you walk into a room, you are performing a social ritual that tells your dog they are noticed and valued. 4. Narrating your day, the invisible bond. What if the most meaningful thing you could do for your dog today involves no toys, no food, and almost no effort? It's something called environmental narration. Most owners only talk to their dogs when they want something: sit, stay, come. But if you only use your voice as a tool for commands, your dog starts to associate your voice with work. Think about how you feel when someone only speaks to you when they need a favor. Eventually, you stop looking forward to hearing from them. The same thing happens with your dog. The dog voice should be used for nothing. Use it to narrate your morning. I'm making some coffee now. Look at the sun outside. You're such a good helper. It sounds ridiculous to a human observer, but to your dog, this is an invisible layer of safety. Your voice becomes a constant, gentle background track to their life. It reduces their anxiety because they always know where you are and what your vibe is. When you go silent for hours, the house becomes a prison of silence, where every floorboard creak is a potential threat. But when you narrate, you are filling their world with safe scent and safe sound. 5. The stranger danger contrast. One of the most fascinating findings in pet psychology is that this special voice only works if you are the one using it. In the research, when a stranger tried to use the same high-pitched baby talk tone, the animals often didn't care. They didn't perk up and they didn't show the same rush of engagement. This means your dog voice is a unique key that only fits the lock of your specific relationship. It is a vocal handshake. Over months and years, your dog has mapped the specific frequencies of your voice to the feelings of being fed, being petted, and being safe. When you stop using that voice, when you only speak in flat, distracted, or normal tones, your dog notices the absence of that warmth. They might feel a subtle sense of emotional distance, even if you're sitting right next to them. By leaning into that ridiculous voice, you are reinforcing your status as their secure attachment. You aren't just their owner, you are their home. 6. Conclusion: the bravest way to love. So, the next time you catch yourself talking to your dog in a voice you'd never use in public, don't feel embarrassed. You are speaking a language that goes back thousands of years. You are using a tool that is scientifically proven to lower their stress, increase their focus, and deepen the bond between you. Your dog doesn't care if you look cool. They don't care about your vocabulary. They just want to know that they are loved, that they are safe, and that they are seen. The dog voice is the simplest way to say, "I love you," in a language they were born to understand. If this video changed the way you think about that silly voice you use, tell me in the comments. What's the one phrase your dog reacts to the most? And if you want to learn more about the silent ways your dog is trying to talk back to you, check out our video on dog language right here. Because to your dog, you aren't just a human. You're their entire world. And they're just waiting to hear your voice. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
I love our quiet moments together.